Hello, party people. It is an extremely rainy and miserable, muggy day in New York. And before I shower and clean up my very messy desk, I wanted to make it a little messier and show you the comparison between the Violet Voss Cool Vibes palette and the new Makeup by Mario Neutral Mattes palette because everybody and their mama loves the Makeup by Mario mattes, and I'm trying so hard to love these because everybody loves them and they rave about how blendable they are. I don't see it. I don't get it, dude. It's like in The Office when Aaron's like, I just don't get it about Holly. This is my Holly. I don't understand. And also, if you see the swatches on my arm, I'll indicate exactly which ones are from the Violet Voss palette and the Makeup by Mario, but I only swiped the Violet Voss shades once. In comparison, I swiped these 3 times to get them to even remotely show up on my my arm. So, all of that aside, the first shade is Barely There, and the second one is the first one in the Makeup by Mario palette. You can see that more or less, a creamy white is kind of similar. Again, this is 3 swipes of the second swatch, and it's just a bit more cream than this white shade, but I think if I built it up, then it would pretty much match the first shade. The second one is Cold Shoulder, and this one I swiped once. In comparison, we have that pinky shade right there, the 7th one. And then I said, oh, that's not it. So I tried the 8th shade right here. That's not it. It's a little bit closer, but there's more pink in the base of the Cold Shoulder shade. And then I tried something lighter. This is the 4th shade up here. So it was 1, 2, 3. No cigar. And then the last one I tried before I said nothing really matches is this 6th shade. So again, the pink one is 7, then it's 8, then it's 4, and then it is 6. Again, not a good YouTuber. Not a YouTuber. So I moved on. I was like, this is a bust. Cold Shoulder has more of these like pink. It kind of reminds me of Laura Mercier Fresco, which was my go-to. I went through that color like nobody's business. So anyway, I moved on to Coolest Brown right there, which I think has a pretty decent match in the 9th shade in the Makeup by Mario palette. It's a little bit more purple, I would say. And swatching these up next to the Makeup by Mario, you can really see the difference because on my skin tone, a lot of the Makeup by Mario shades perform warmer. So yeah, it's an okay decent match, but I still think this is way warmer, and especially on the edges you can see the difference. This is like a beautiful like bruised shade, and this is a little bit more warm, and you can see like the orange tinge around the swatch. Moving down, we have Zero Chill, and that is right up here. I didn't find anything comparable because it's just way too purple, and I much prefer these purple mauve shades. I always rave about them, especially on my olive skin tone, because I have this weird neutrally olive skin tone. A lot of these warmer shades just really pull my favorite phrase, peanut butter baby, on me. I can't get them to work as I would like, and I feel like these neutrally purple shades and cooler tones like this guy, they pull a little truer on my skin tone. And finally, the thing that I was most interested in is Stone Cold. Everybody has this, they love this nice, honestly, pop of blue And like, is that not a pop of blue? I feel like everybody's going crazy over the pink and the pop of blue in this otherwise quite boring palette. I mean, yes, I understand it is a neutral mattes palette, but if you take these two shadows away, it's not that exciting. I mean, even for a neutral palette. And again, if the formula was unrivaled and just such a dream to work with, like my Hindash palette, I would shut my mouth, but but it's not. So I'm gonna keep my mouth unshut. All that being said, this is the difference between the first swatch, which is Stone Cold, and the second swatch, which is way more blue, in the Makeup by Mario. And it's funny because in pan you can even see that difference, but apart it seems kind of similar, which is why I wanted to make this comparison in the first place. Now, the only thing I want to do is swatch these shimmers because I just am such a fan of this palette, and I want you to see these very beautiful, nuanced shimmer shades. And then I'm going to stop this and clean my desk up from this crazy powder mess, pet my little cat Squid, and get ready for a trek in the wet rain. And we're back with these shimmers. This is like the bronze of my dreams. It's not too orangey warm toned, and I think that's really great. It kind of reminds me of the OG Urban Decay Naked palette in a way. This is one of my favorite shades ever. I think it's so interesting. You have the gold glitter running throughout it, but it has this very like purpley gray base, which I think is so beautiful. And you have every taupe that I've ever liked. and you'll see it's a little bit pinky too, which I really enjoy with this color palette. And then we have this Too Cool shade, which is an eggplant, but it has these like bluish purple glitters running throughout it. And then finally we have Cool Vibes, and it has more of a decidedly purple indigo glitter running throughout alongside these very gold glitters, and it's a gunmetal blackened gray. And then here are the swatches on my Mediterranean arms. Like so good. I love this shade. That's that taupe, and if you can see, it's pink-ish compared to the other ones. And then this is the last one. So cool. And then here they are sheared out a little bit. This is that bronze shade. This is my favorite weird gray gold shade. This is every taupe I've ever liked. The aubergine. And then this last one. So cool. I'm a huge fan of this palette. I think they did an exceptional job, and you can find it online for like $25 on their Violet Voss site. I think it's $25. I'm not 100% sure, but it's surprisingly cheap for its quality. This is the first Violet Voss palette that I've ever even considered getting because I prefer these guys. And in my last video I depotted all of my palettes into these tiny kit pack palettes, which are just astoundingly convenient. And in comparison, you can put two middies, ladies and gentlemen, in one of these palettes. Just genuinely crazy. Bang. We're so good at YouTubing. Alright, I'm gonna head out. I got things to do, people to see, cats to caress, and I'm going to see you in the next one. So have a great week probably, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Later, nerds.